Now, shock news from Hollywood this morning as Nicole Kidman and husband Keith Urban are said to be splitting up after 19 years of marriage. Now, apparently her international filming commitments and his touring schedule could be to blame as the couple are leading increasingly separate lives. But there's one person on the panel who thinks that that might actually be a good thing for a relationship. Isn't there, Sinetra?
Well, right, let me just state, for the record, without wanting to sound like Denise and Lincoln, me and Scott, who I've mentioned quite a lot on this show, have been together for 14 years. And when we first met, we decided we weren't going to uproot our kids, so we chose to live separately. So we live together apart. So he lives in his house in Kent, I live in my house in Bristol with our children. We do a week together and a week apart when they're with their other parent. It worked great for a long, long time. Now our kids are 20, 21 and 23. We really haven't got an excuse not to live with each other. So we have had to now look at each other and go, oh, our jigsaw puzzle's about to change because it's worked so well for us. I mean, I don't film internationally abroad like Nicole Kidman all the time, but I'm away a lot.
You've been in Belgium a bit.
I have been in Belgium a bit. And I'm off to Prague next week.
There you go.
There's a few things I do work away from home, but it was so difficult to do it with as a mother that as a wife it feels like kind of a breath of fresh air to be able to go and come back and rapport, have a conversation with Scott about what I've done. I think we work better as a long-distance couple, which is strange to say, but I think I have kind of got the best of both worlds.
As the old saying goes, how can I miss you if you don't go away?
That is really good.
We have
the opposite.
Yes.
Well, I've talked about this a lot. I mean, I'm very codependent, and I think Jeremy and I just want to be together all the time. Well, I definitely want to be with him all the time. I'm not sure he would say the same, but I think we like to go off and work separately. But I think in the evenings we do really pride ourselves on having dinner together. That's really sacred to us, and my marriage is really sacred. And my diary, I've got a very old-fashioned writing diary, is in my office, open, and he will check it for me and see what I'm doing, and we will schedule things to make sure we are together most of the time.
But if you were, say, going abroad for the night or whatever on a job, would he come with you?
Yeah, he would either come with me or I just wouldn't go. And I will always check in with him. If I have a job, even coming on Loose today, I was like, am I available if we got... my marriage is number one and work and everything else.
Is he under the desk?
He is. I wish he was, but no, I mean, it's literally the priority for me, and I'm very strict about it.
I'm feeling quite suffocated just listening to you.
You're not married to Jeremy, though.
No, I'm married to Jason, and Jane knows what that means. Maybe if it was Jeremy. No, but I spent, most of my 20s and 30s on and off single, so, you know, I think I developed a very independent life, and by the time I met my husband, Jason, I was 39. Look at the state of us. It's probably better that we do... I like to think of it not as separate lives. That was St. Patrick's Day in Clodagh McKenna's little pub that she has in the back of her garden. But I think that we lead parallel lives rather than separate lives. And, you know, I spend a lot of time in London. He spends a lot of time in Somerset because he has to travel abroad a lot. When he says to me, oh, I've got to go away, you know, to Ukraine for 10 days, I'm like, oh, that's such a shame. Yes! but it's not because I don't want to see him. It's just that I really... And it's not even that I want to go out with other people or friends or anything. I just like time on my own. And I think I would just not be able to survive that level of exposure to one person.
If he came back after 10 days and left me, the house would be a mess, the dog would be skinny in the corner, I'd have been living on carrot sticks and hummus.
That's a tragic portrait.
No, it was awful,
So it's not that you're codependent, it's that you're totally dependent.
Yeah.
Honestly, he runs the house. He runs the house. We wouldn't get...
Well, we had quite a few comments on this, but Lee, I've been in a long-distance relationship for 2 years with my boyfriend from Italy. We see each other every 3 or 4 months and talk every day on video. We're still absolutely so in love. I'm excited to see him again next week. Communication, honesty and trust are the biggest factors when having a long-distance relationship and should be in any relationship.
You see, this
so
is...
how would you cope with that, hey?
Oh, what's the point?
I mean,
what's the point? I mean, I just don't get it.
You
I've had relationships where, I mean, like, my longest relationship before Jeremy was 7 years, and I guarantee I was probably with that guy probably 3 months of the 7 years, because he was on location filming, I was on location filming.
Jason Statham.
Yeah, we never saw each other. Like, I don't even think I even knew who he was in the end. But
Ali,
who is that person?
Jason, my Jason, not your Jason. We've been together for like 23 years now.
Wow.
So I do think that there is something to be said for it in terms of just, I don't know, I think I got really scared when I was single, because whenever I felt like I really needed someone, it was always a disastrous relationship. And it was only when I discovered that I could be independent, I could be on my own, I could be perfectly happy on my own. And so someone else was just like a really nice addition, like the sort of icing on the cake. That was quite an important realisation. I think you probably agree with that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, obviously I'm divorced now, but, you know, Gary and I went to the cinema together on Saturday night. You know, we're still mates.
Yeah.
I think if you throw away the friendship after that many years, it's silly, you know?
I agree.
That's the good part
Just
of it.
Just be careful, though. If you're living completely separate lives, at one point, what do you have in common?
No,
like, you have to build things together and create things together.
That's how it is. I think it's we're like parallel lives is great. We're both independent in what we can do in our lives, but we choose to be with each other when we have time to spend with any. Like, Scott is the only person I want to spend my time with in the way I spend with him, but I equally really cherish and value the time that I have on my own and my working life and my mothering life. You know, all those other parts of me also don't necessarily need him to be with me all the time. So for me, it's like finding our magnetism works together because we choose to click.
Yeah, very interesting. Everyone's different horses for courses.